What's happening, everyone, and welcome to Grosvenor Sport. The Champions League is nearly upon us. I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I'm going to be discussing it at great length with Paul Machin and with Lee Judges. Flex is also here. I don't really know why.
Well, so you lot don't get deluded. I've got to keep you all in check. I ain't got a dog in the fight, so I'll talk sense while you lot will get carried away. Why you're going to win it, and you won't.
So do you know what we should do? We should go like process of elimination. Lee, let's discuss why aren't Arsenal going to win it this year?
Don't you start, like, you know what I mean? You've only just got back in it and given it large, you know what I mean? Like, this is our year, boys. This is our year. I honestly, personally think it's a bold statement that Arsenal got a better chance of winning the Champions League than the Premier League.
Oh, so seriously, why are Arsenal so inept in Europe? Like, obviously, you have a rich history. What is it about?
Because I think at the end of the day,
why are they so inept? Like, constantly through the not even this team. Like, they've been the best team in the country over various decades, and have never ever done anything significant in Europe.
Should have won it in
06.
No, you know, when we lost to you in the quarterfinals and like that.
04, Wayne Bridge. You would have won it that year. That was the Mourinho year.
Yeah, it was a much better year. I don't know why we have not been good in Europe. We was good in it last season without really having a forward. And I think that the experience, you'll learn this, Paul will know about this, the league system makes the Champions League completely different to what it was like when you was in it.
It goes back years, doesn't it? When you've been so I remember John Carew doing you a mischief in Europe. Like,
you've
always, but like it's always been
about us, you Chelsea lot.
I love that you've got this like encyclopedic knowledge.
Gabriel Batistuta,
and then they drop into the Europa League. Don't take that seriously.
He was given a Chelsea shirt as a kid when he really wanted an Arsenal one. Like, that's what it was.
John Carew did amazing. John Carew, Wayne Bridge, Gabriel Batistuta.
We've had some
Samuel Eto'o, Giulio Rivoletti.
Champions League, the Champions League final. We had that one. We had that one for the last few minutes. So listen, we haven't got a great record in Europe. I don't know why that is, like, you know. But I think that over the last sort of two seasons, we got lost to Bayern Munich when I felt that we was probably a little bit inexperienced. I felt we played well against PSG, like goalkeeper made a great couple of saves, but we didn't have the tools. I do think we've got the tools, and the way that Arteta sets up and plays will, I think, sort us in. Yeah,
that game at Anfield was if you play like that in a European away, it's perfect.
Go there,
make yourself hard to beat, shut them out, get them back to your own ground.
Exactly. So I think that we're probably set up better for the Champions League, and like I also think that the likes of Chelsea coming into it, Tottenham coming into it, they don't know what it's going to be like. And it was very, very difficult last season, like going through that. You know, Liverpool won it and then didn't.
What do you mean? It was dead easy. What we're talking about.
League phase makes it easier. Listen, Man City did their best to drop out.
You even beat PSG in that league.
Well, exactly. Like, Liverpool won the league by a canter and then went out of it early doors. You know what I mean? So
it doesn't mean
nothing. So it's a funny situation, like, but I think that the experience of being in it might help us a little bit more. And I just think that, if we're going to win anything, it would be that.
I think the draw's good for Arsenal. I think it's got that nice mix of like exciting games.
Yes.
But actually, it's quite similar to what Liverpool's is.
Not a lot of travelling, Paul.
You've got Bayern instead of Real Madrid.
We got Bayern. We got Bayern.
You've got Bayern Munich at home, mate.
We've got Bayern at home, Inter away, which is...
Yeah. That's
not bad.
That's fine.
Travelling wise,
you ain't got to win all of them. You just got to get in the top 8.
But I kind of low key. I think Chelsea's draw's one of the most difficult ones. I think the top end's okay, but actually Napoli and Atalanta away in like the lower
Christmas as well will be freezing.
And it's your first, like, for a lot of them players you got. Yeah, they ain't been at that level. It's the first experience of it.
You've got the Conference League. Europe's dead easy.
Exactly. And you were playing a whole different team for that.
Yeah. We've gone from playing Noah, who I'd never heard of, to suddenly playing away at Napoli and playing Bayern Munich. So it's going to be tough, but it's going to be glorious. Like, I don't think you realise quite how brilliant the Champions League is until you're not in it.
Yeah,
like you kind of take it for granted. I think you.
Oh no! Whenever Liverpool on it, it's dead to me. I couldn't care less about the Champions League.
But you know, last year I was really envious on those European nights. You know when, like I say, we're playing Noah or Shamrock, and then you're watching like Arsenal like come alive when they're playing Paris Saint-Germain or whatever. It's just
like that when Arsenal listen. when Declan Rice scored the 2 free kicks, and then when you went to the Bernabeu and
they
won
away.
They won home and away against
and
Real
like you
Madrid.
said, when your own team's rubbish, and I've been the worst at the table in the last however many years, but that envy of just watching good teams play football, and actually even PSG, and I'm going, wow. That's why Ugarte couldn't play for them. Yeah, Jesus, wow. Look at Neves, wow. Look at this is what it's like. Everyone wants to take the ball. Just high-level operation of football.
With that in mind, and you not having a team in it this year, who do you think, not your preference, but who do you believe, who's your tip for the Champions League?
It's actually, do you know what? It's actually really exciting as a neutral and really difficult to predict, because I think PSG, you look at what they did and it was unanimous. It was like they were the best team in Europe. But then towards the end of that, with how you dealt with them and then how they were in the Super Cup against Spurs, you've going, is that just fatigue? You've got to the end of a grueling season because they won everything.
Yeah, they played a dreadful Inter team.
What you can't do is start taking their accolades away, and maybe they're not as good as we thought. But there was a bit of like, if people do play against PSG in this manner, they could probably be nullified.
If it had been Bayern in the final, like, I just wonder if it could have done it. Or even Barcelona.
Or even Barcelona, yeah, because Barcelona got done by Inter, and that was like, how did they let that happen? Yeah. So I'd look at these lot. Yeah. I look at what they've done. If you look at them pound for pound, you go Saliba, you go Konate and Van Dijk. Probably top 2 partnerships in the world, along with your 2 partnerships as well. But
thank you, glad you got that
100%. But defensively sound. You still got Mo Salah, who's inevitable.
I think you were quite burned by the way you dropped out of it last year as well. I think they'll be
and it was
looking
close.
to put that right.
But this is what I mean. We went out to the best team in Europe on penalties, you know, and actually, you know, we got an element of fortune away. We scored the late goal. Hung on. Alisson had the game of his life. Yeah. But actually, we were the best team at Anfield by the same mix. Lost Trent as that game was going on, and then that was similar to Hughes. Just a couple of injuries, bit at the wrong time. For us, we ended up with Quanta at right back instead of Trent Alexander-Arnold. There's just the difference to that kind of level, isn't there? And so it was close. You know, if we'd scraped through against PSG, we could easily have been.
And
the
it was
team
close
in the
for
final.
them as well. Like you were competing quite well against PSG. I think the difference was when they had that first 30 minutes at the Emirates and they scored, and you had that first 20 minutes at the Parc des Princes and you didn't. Yeah. And then the Ruiz goal goes in off Saliba, and then it just changes. But it's those fine margins. I wouldn't look past an English team this year.
Yeah, well, like Villa gave PSG a good game.
Exactly. If there was more time on the clock, they probably would have done it. Yeah. So I think Chelsea and City and Spurs, forget it.
What about Bayern Munich? What about Barcelona? What about the Continental Giants?
I think
Real Madrid
you can never
always
look past Real
worthy.
Madrid. Real Madrid, though, it's a new look with Xabi Alonso. They've got some fine tuning to do, but for them having a season off like they did last year and not collecting like they demand, you're always going to expect to bounce back. You have to. It's Real Madrid, and you have to respect them in the Champions League at all times.
Barcelona, I think,
Barcelona
unbelievable
close
that they
as well.
lost that game against Inter last.
Yeah, it's an amazing game, wasn't it? Amazing
Play that
game.
another 10 times, they win it, and then it might have been a different thing. I don't really know what's happening with their stadium, whether they're going to be in there or not. Like, that's a big thing. But
it's just so open.
Yeah, I think it is. That's why I think
it is actually open.
You know what I mean? Like Liverpool, I probably would go down as favourites. Just put a bit more pressure on them.
Yeah, should be with the team.
In terms of ranking the English clubs, in terms of favourites, it probably goes Liverpool, then Chelsea, then Tottenham, then Arsenal.
What?
Just out of his history teaches us about the future, right?
You can't do that to Spurs.
No, but when you win silverware in Europe, you're more likely to win.
By just because they just collected, but no.
Yeah, that's why I tell you what, like, just keep me away from him.
That's all right. I've got you, Lee. I've got you.
I love how you can just, if you say it with conviction, maybe you'll get it through.
I know the DNA of Chelsea, but you're with a bunch of inexperienced players. You ain't got proper goalkeeper. You ain't got a better chance of winning Arsenal.
Of course we have.
No, you don't.
Of course we have.
You don't.
What, a 2-time winner?
No, it doesn't matter. Not this current Chelsea side.
A European giant.
You won't even make it further.
We're a European giant.
Chelsea will go out of the competition.
Of course we're a European giant. We're the capital city of the Premier League's only European representative.
Here we go.
Just to demonstrate the difference between Chelsea and Arsenal in Europe. We played them in Europe.
Listen,
a few times.
Listen, Chelsea where they are, no one cares.
We went to Baku.
No one cares where Chelsea are.
We went to Baku, we battered them 4-1.
When you didn't even need to.
They were crying in Woby and them boys. Crying. Absolutely battered them.
You've got obviously Chelsea got a bigger pedigree in Europe than Arsenal.
Incomparably.
Yes.
We beat Real Madrid in 1998.
But that's great.
We beat Real Madrid in 1971.
Rory.
Before Liverpool had won any European silverware, by the way.
You can get the anthology out. That's great. All of that's great. Right now, pound for pound, as a team, you're not better than Arsenal, and you won't get further than Arsenal.
I think it'll be two from 3 of Liverpool, Arsenal, and PSG in the final, depending on the route. You know, because one of them could.
And this, I'm hoping that we get Chelsea.
They just got to the semi-final.
If we play each other in Europe, we beat you home and away. We beat you home and away. We play each other in the semi-final, we beat you home and away.
Just because of their history and DNA alone, you're saying?
We don't lose to Arsenal in Europe. Come on. Like when they were good, they were invincible. We knocked them out of Europe. The Invincibles, we slapped them out of Europe.
What happens if you get Liverpool on the way?
That's different. You know, Branislav Ivanovic, Dirk Kuyt, it's all different. That one's more up in the air. And if Ida Johnson had hit the back of the net, it could have been a different story. But Chelsea, Arsenal, it's ridiculous. Honestly, it's the same.
You're only just dying into the table. Don't start getting
We're not.
You know, you're not Oliver, right?
We're not.
At the end of the day, you know, be happy where you are at this moment in time.
I can't see it being a problem. Your tip: who's going to win the European Cup?
Liverpool.
Flex: who's going to win the European Cup?
Barcelona.
Lee: who's going to win the European Cup?
Arsenal.
Chelsea are going to win the European Cup again. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do us a favour. Let us know in the comments below. Am I right? Are Arsenal European nobodies? European nobodies. Complete European insignificance.
That is true, though.
Let me know your thoughts. And if you've enjoyed this video, please do me a favour. Please click subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Ta-da!